Hello again, Cardmuni. It's RJ back with another video. Let's get to it. It is movie week for me. I'm going to start by today's Monday. I'm going to show off a whole day filled with movies about baseball. Every single thing I show will be a video, a DVD about baseball, including the giveaway prize will be something about baseball. The trivia will be something about movies and baseball. Everything, movies and baseball today. So, today's Mike Schmidt item of the day. What I have here is a DVD called The Vet, The Complete History of the Phillies Baseball at Veterans Stadium. And obviously, Mr. Mike Schmidt is a prominent fixture when you're talking about Phillies and baseball. You know, here he is on the inside picture, him and Jim Thome celebrating after Thome broke his single season record for home runs. It's got a whole bunch of highlights from the time that the Vet existed. And Mike played his entire career at Veterans Stadium. I feel very sorry for the man. But this is a classic DVD that's part of my large baseball collection. Remember, I collect everything about baseball, not just cards. So I have a large library of videos. And my random baseball item of the day is a Richie Ashburn biography. Richie Ashburn, Hall of Fame center fielder. Little known trivia question about Richie, well, little known trivia factoid. Maybe I'll ask it in a future one, so perk up here, people. Richie Ashburn is the individual who had the most hits during the entire decade of the 50s. There was Willie Mays. You had Ted Williams winding down his career. Stan Musial still plugging away for some of the 50s. You had Mickey Mantle in his prime. You had Yogi Berra was still kicking in the 50s. I mean, you can name 1,000 stars in the 50s, but Richie Ashburn had the most hits of anybody in the 50s. And this is just a nice little video biography that the Phillies put out after Richie died. So it's a nice little piece of my collection. Today's trivia question, it's a movie-related question. And the prize is like I said, everything is a DVD that you're going to see here today. So the question is, in what movie did Abbott and Costello actually perform their classic baseball routine? They've done it a number of times in TV, in, live action comedy sketches, on the radio. The Hall of Fame has it playing regularly in one place. But in what actual feature film did they do that routine? So be the first person to correctly email me with the correct answer. I'll repeat the question and provide my email in the description below. And I will send to you, hopefully you're a Phillies fan, The Perfect Season, narrated by Brad Lidge. This is the 2008 Phillies video yearbook highlighting their World Series victory. The reason I can get rid of this one is I actually have an 8 CD collection of every team video yearbook from 2000 to 2008. So this one I can give up because I've already got it. And AnyPlay, they're also available on YouTube these days, so I don't need the DVD. I'm willing to part with it. For anybody who can answer me that question, in what film did Abbott and Costello do their actual routine? So today I'm just going to kind of show off my DVDs. I have a large collection of DVDs sitting here next to me. I'm going to go through them pretty quick. In the background there, you see The Natural, one of the classic films of baseball ever. And then I have this one, which is kind of like a Baseball All-Stars, but it's an odd thing because it's good and bad films in the same box set. So I got a 4-count DVD here, and it's 4 baseball movies. Field of Dreams, everybody knows Field of Dreams. For Love of the Game, that's a later Kevin Costner film. He was an older pitcher about to retire for the Detroit Tigers. There you go, Lisa Z. Kevin Costner was a Detroit Tiger in For Love of the Game, and it just follows his career in baseball and his winding down. And there's Tom Selleck in Mr. Baseball, if you remember that film, and then a very little known and pretty pathetic film starring Matt LeBlanc called Ed. That was the name of those two letters, Ed. So that's a DVD I have. Little known, not interesting, well, not interesting. Most people aren't going to know this film, will probably never see this film. It's called War, Arkansas. It's just about a kid who played baseball in Arkansas and his friendship with another youngster with cerebral palsy. Interesting little film, I thought. Here's some well-known film, Clint Eastwood's Trouble with the Curve with Amy Adams and Justin Timberlake. Another one of these obscure, no one ever heard of film. Ed Harris starred in a film called Touching Home. It's actually written, directed, created by these two twin brothers who kind of lived the story and decided to make a movie about it. And it really didn't, I never heard of it until I saw the DVD and I grabbed it because it's baseball, but something to check out if you're looking for it. Here's another one of these like kid ones, just straight to DVD kind of things. It's called Perfect Game with Ed Asner and Patrick Duffy. Highly forgettable, not exactly one you want to run out to see, but it was, I love it because it's part of my collection. Obviously, I got the Major League. I still need to get the other ones. I've been looking for like a triple pack of Major League 2, and then Major League back to the minors. Haven't found it yet, but yeah, I keep looking for that. Here's a nice twin double feature, The Pride of the Yankees, which is the the Lou Gehrig story starring Gary Cooper, and then Cobb with Tommy Lee Jones. Got one people might remember. Bernie Mac did Mr. 3000. Not the best film, but it's a good film. I liked it. What can I tell you? Moneyball was such a great film. It got some Oscar nominations, believe it or not. Moneyball with Brad Pitt. Here is a completely forgettable film, Milltown Pride. I believe this actually came out of like Bob Jones University or something like that. So it's certainly Bob Jones University kicked this one out, but it was baseball, so I snagged it. I will always buy any film ever that has baseball as a theme and add it to my DVD collection. So, and then there was Hustle, Tom Sizemore as Pete Rose, which was a film adaptation of the really good book that was detailing Pete's gambling troubles. So Hustle was the name of that film. Here's one that I heard of, but it didn't go anywhere in the theaters really. It was a Disney film, $1 Million Arm. It's when the Pittsburgh Pirates got the bright idea to just go searching around the world for pitching arms. And they thought, well, what about people who threw cricket balls? And they went to the Southeast, or the Indian Ocean theater of countries, and found a couple pitching prospects out of India. I don't think they ever made it to the majors, but they actually signed a couple Indian cricket players. They were looking to see, there must be people outside of America who can throw a ball really fast. They just never did it before. So it's an interesting little story about baseball. Here's one, Hardball. Keanu Reeves, Diane Lane. He has to coach an inter-city little league team. This is one of my favorite films. It's a true story about a little town in Iowa called Norway or something like that. And Norway, Iowa, big baseball, huge baseball town at the time. And they won the state title like every year practically in the 70s and 80s. And then because of budget cuts, they merged that little teeny school with some big neighboring school just to get rid of Norway's own little school district or whatever. And that major, giant school never won a single title ever since. And obviously the kids from Norway just, they're still there, still kicking, but no one ever won a title. It's a great story. I love it a lot. and obviously, here's my Field of Dreams, I should say. This is my 25th anniversary or 20th anniversary DVD set. It's got a lot of extras in it. Big fan of this movie. Everybody should be. This is an interesting one I picked up. It's called Sugar. It follows the life of a Latin American kid who is a really good pitcher. I'm not sure from what island nation or what Caribbean area country he came from, but it just follows his trials of learning the language, trying to deal with the culture shock of coming to America and things like that. I thought it was a pretty good film for not having even heard of it. Just picked it up out of nowhere. Fever Pitch, great romantic comedy. Drew Barrymore and Jimmy Fallon. My Angels in the Outfield and Angels in the Infield twin pack. Soul of the Game. This is a pretty great film, I thought. It follows the Negro League stars Satchel Paige and Josh Gibson, along with the young Jackie Robinson, just at the time where they were about to integrate baseball, when Branch Rickey, so this is about the mid to late 40s, they're right around there when Branch Rickey was about to integrate the game, and it shows life for a Negro League team back in the day. Great movie called The Scout with Albert Brooks and Brendan Fraser. Don't need to talk too much about this one. This one, a lot of people have seen this one, probably Rookie of the Year, where the kid gets that like elastic arm that makes him be able to pitch as fast as any major league pitcher. Pretty goofy film, but I have it because it's a film of baseball. Another highly forgettable, don't waste your time with the pitcher and the pinup. But it's baseball, so I snagged it. I say it like that, like you're gonna drag it. This is a great one right here. I'm a big fan of this one. It's called The Perfect Game. I showed one earlier called Perfect Game without the word "the" in front of it, but this one's called The Perfect Game. And it follows a little league team from a no-name town in Mexico that decided to enter the World Series, Little League World Series tournament one year, and they actually won it all. And they had a pitcher who one of their kids pitched a perfect game during the Little League World Series. I want to say that's still the first time ever there had been a perfect game in a Little League World Series, but it's based on a true story. It's a really fun film. Cheech Marin's in it. Not that that makes it anything better, but it was interesting. Famous film called The Fan. Wesley Snipes and Robert De Niro. John Kruk is in that film. Another one of these Kevin Costner classics, Bull Durham. Don't need to say too much about that. We all know Bull Durham. Here's an independent film called Bleacher Bums. I want to say this was like an HBO or some kind of release like that. But it just follows a group of fans at a day in the ballpark. Guys will always get together in the same seat and have a relationship with each other. And follows them in a day of their life. My Bad News Bears 4-pack. This has all three of the original Bad News Bears films, along with the Billy Bob Thornton remake. And I got John Goodman in The Babe. Don't need to say too much about that one. I got the Roger Maris documentary film, called 61. Like that film a whole lot. And of course, I've got the 42, Jackie Robinson's biography. There actually is a film called The Jackie Robinson Story. I had that at one time. I lost it, and I got to get it back, but that was a good one. And then I got the 3 Sandlot films. So that is my DVD collection. I have one more, which I'm not going to show you, because if I showed it to you, it would be the answer to the trivia question. So I want to thank you for taking the time to look at my video collection, my DVD collection. I'm actually going to take, if you stop back on Wednesday, maybe you want to skip it because of what I'm going to show you, but I'm going to show you the VHS tapes I have still. I haven't been able to find, VH or DVDs to replace that. I'm still trying to get just DVDs. They take up less space in the world and they last longer. So, but I am obsessed with everything baseball, people. I collect everything baseball, everything and anything. So I'm trying to collect a DVD or VHS tape of every single film ever made having to do with baseball. Now, I think it's an impossible task because what do you classify as a film that has to do with baseball? For example, is Ferris Bueller's Day Off a baseball film because it has that classic baseball scene? Say that about any other film that happens to have a classic scene in a baseball stadium. I mean, does that make it a baseball film? I don't know, but I have those films that clearly are about baseball, and I have a large collection of them. So I will hope to see you guys again on Wednesday. Check out the trivia question. Check back again Wednesday. Thanks for watching. Take care.